my God. Oh my God. Sorry for keeping you waiting. You mute. Ooh, you mute. I can't hear you.
Okay, now you can.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I was just here having some hot pepper food.
I don't like hot food. My husband loves it. But
Oh my God. I was behaving like my son this after. I was just in the mood for some hot pepper, craving.
they're really good for you.
I tell you.
But my little Northern European blood can't handle them.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm here trying to open the Zoom and like, let me, I have to come open this and drink some water.
That's good for you.
Mm.
Always.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for being in time as always. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I
no,
was
I
like,
have a thing. I try to
yes,
do what I say I'm going to do.
yes, yes. I love it. I love it. It's always good. I like when I was there fighting with the hot people, I said, but my coach is going to be online like 15 minutes before the hour.
Yeah, we should all do that for you. And you're going for, yeah, I mean, it's got to be exhausting. You're going from person to person to person.
I'm telling you, but for no reason, because of the passion behind it, I really, apart from just going there to grab the food and come back and, I just kind of like dedicate those 3 days to just do it. Like my whole mind is around it. I don't even have extra sleep around it. You won't believe. It's just like a normal day, but I had a food, like today is a full day. We have 3 more to go this afternoon. Tomorrow something, and it's over. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I give it all my life, just to make sure that we enjoy and we're loving it. So thank you again
And you're
for
such
doing
a
it.
peace. You're such a pleasure to do this with. I mean that. So
Thank
I'm
you.
happy to be a part of this because you are a peach.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And my women are longing, they are waiting. I've been sharing all your health, most of your health, and when I catch them on my stories and everything, because I just believe we're in a time where we should pay attention to our complete being, which health, especially the inside of us and the spiritual side of us, which connect with all that you do, people should pay attention to it. So we are happy to have you again.
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna take us over there now. I know we are early, but it doesn't matter. So you had a topic today which was very outstanding, astonishing, exciting, enthusiastic. I am so ready to get.
And we have a depression problem in this country. So
Yes.
I actually wrote a course called Cultivating Happiness. I've given it once. So now I have it ingrained in my mind and I'm talking about it more and more. 47% of our teenagers want to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
That is not normal. And it's not just because of social media. I don't doubt that bullying is a part of it, but I believe that it starts with the fact that we're feeding them, excuse my language, crappy food, which is carbonated, refined, artificial, and processed. And
Yes.
so their happy hormones have all been dulled by that processed food that is putting them out of balance and creating the depression. And so I decided I'm going to make that one of the things I talk about
Yes, yes, and we are
because
so
somebody needs to talk about it.
yes, yes, and like I said, we still giving my VIPs the pre-recording we did. So all these videos, I'm gonna have them on YouTube. I'm gonna have them, out there for people to kind of like learn, learn what they eat, learn how they rebrand their mind with all our speakers. We just need to live now. A lot of people are waiting to live in heaven. But God is telling us, create the heaven
And
here.
I went and heard Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, and a woman named Anita Majori. She was new to me. She actually died for 5 hours. She had stage 4 cancer. I remember seeing her when Wayne Dyer introduced her on PBS. Well, I got to hear her in person. And when she came back with the message, we need to create heaven here on earth.
Yes.
What are we waiting for? We have the ability to practice gratitude, to be compassionate, to be self-love. It starts with self-love. And she said, self-love is the only thing that matters. That's our purpose here on this earth.
Believe me. So we're going right over there. You're going to have all that. You just take it away, run. I'll be in the background when you need me. But I want my community. See how we grow you from 20-something to 70? And it's all people that came through the system. We're not randomly picking them. People that really need. The audience I want to create is people who really need what we have. Right. I don't want to run, not even my friends, I handpick and send the link. No. If you're not seeing it on my page, it's not resonating with you, you don't belong there. But I'm going to help as many that want to be helped. So we've been doing that. So we're going to go over now and just have you take it away and give my ladies as usual.
Okie dokie.
Yes. Okay, we are live, we are live, we are live. We normally do.
Voices by sharing their
We haven't done my check for long now. On this live today, we're gonna do my check. So who is there to let me know that you can hear me? But I believe I just heard the noise right now, like the sound came over. So thank you once again for being in the room today. And as you guys know, it's always a pleasure. Oh my God, I'm excited. It's always a pleasure. Come on in, come on in. I know you guys are waiting for us by 1 o'clock. But you know, one thing I'm going to tell you about our coach in the house today is this might be like 4 times of having her on the studio, maybe 4 times, maybe 3 times, however it is. I am going to tell you that 4 times. She is that coach that's going to come in 15 minutes before any of our call. So that's number one. Like, she's a living proof of what she teach, what she believe, and how she run her life. So not only the health part, she just have the whole work. So as a lady who have done it, you know, like done it all. I'm here watching her bio, like, oh my God, a successful solopreneur. She has, you know, run a jewelry design business, like literally design jewelry for, you know, companies, big companies out there. And at the process of all that, as she always tells us, which she's going to touch up today, but still she have a topic today, guys. Hey, you have your pen. I have my pen and my paper right here because today I'm not going to miss anything as much as I can get, and I'm going to go back and watch. And not only did she run that, she also, at the process of faith, decided now, after the whole thing came crashing, you know, I've heard this story, so I can tell a little about it, so forgive me. After the whole thing crashed, she now started the movement that she's having now, which is what? To help everyone live healthy, live happier, wealthy. Just know that you matter as much as everything you put inside of you, all the people you allow around you, all that. So with all that said, I don't want to take any of your time. I just want the coach to take it away. Today, she had a topic there that really catch me. Good food. What did you call it, coach? Good habits.
Food is good mood.
Good mood. Okay. Good food is good mood. And I'm cultivating happiness. I like that. So are you ready to take the note?
Ready to go.
Food.
And I'm going to start by telling you, I'm 75. And when my feet hit the floor in the morning, I am so happy. And that's what I want to share with you. I am literally glowing. I feel better than I did in my 50s, but whoa, it wasn't always like this. I was working like a banshee and doing everything but taking care of me. And I don't want any of you to wake up one morning in bed and not be able to move because everything hurt. Everything, every joint, every muscle. I had brain fog. I couldn't function. And it's because my body was trying to tell me that it was crashing and I just didn't pay attention. I was so busy pushing to make my business successful, I bankrupted my body. And so I'm out there now sharing my message because it doesn't have to be that way. Self-care and self-love have to be your first priority. Everything comes from there. And once you take care of you, then you glow, then you feel fantastic, and you pull all good things into you. So I've been studying happiness because we have such an incredible problem with depression in this country. And I think I'm going to share some things with you that are going to be a surprise. But with your health and with your happiness, you have the power. So don't you dare not use that power. You can create the body that you want. You can get rid of all your chronic ailments. I had fibromyalgia. That's a baddie. And I no longer have pain. I have come out the other end. You control it. So I want you to own your health and I want you to own your mood. And I'm going to explain how the two of them connect. Because if you're not eating correctly and you're not feeding your body all the wondrous things that are put on this earth to feed your body, then you're not going to have the great mood that you deserve. And I'll tell you, it feels so great to feel good. Once you reach that, you are never going to give it up. And that's the name of my book. It feels good to feel good. And I protect that like you can't believe because I'm not going back. So let me start with I got the little tap on the shoulder that I should be paying attention to the fact that I wasn't feeling good. Then I got the NCIS slap from the universe, still didn't pay attention. And then the 2x4 came down and hit me on the head. And I had to stop. I was lucky I had a business that I could turn over to my staff. They were very well trained. My doctor had no clue what was wrong with me. She heard the first symptom and wanted to give me steroids and then suggested that perhaps I needed mental therapy. I said, it's not mental therapy that I need. Something's wrong with my body and I'm going to go find it. And I didn't know what I was looking for, but I tripped into what's called functional medicine. Now, a functional doctor is trained just like a conventional doctor, but what caught my attention was they all got sick and couldn't help themselves. Or they had a loved one get sick that they couldn't help. So they went for additional training in functional medicine. And the difference is, you know how your doctor will hear one thing and then they'll give you a pill for it? Functional doctor isn't interested in doing that. They look at the body as a whole. So they know that if you've got a problem with your liver, it's the #1 cause of heart disease. And it's also going to be interfering with your kidneys and your lower gut and your brain and everything else. So they want to find what the root cause is to what's going on with you. And I wasn't practicing any healthy habits, so it was easy to find my root causes because as I began to adopt them one by one, starting with eating healthy, organic, whole foods, my body started to respond, and I didn't need a whole lot of medication to come out of my pain, come out of my brain fog, come out of my fatigue. I was getting random rashes that were making me nuts. All of that went away. And my skin is pretty terrific for 75. You start to glow from the inside out when you practice healthy habits. And nobody is more important than you. So remember that. You got to put your mask on first when you're on the airplane before you help anybody else. And how you take care of you impacts everybody around you. So let's start with why food is so important. Ultra processed food, which is that stuff you buy in boxes at the grocery store, or you buy in boxes from the freezer at the grocer, or that you're even going out to eat, because restaurants now are buying big food and they're buying ultra processed food. So what is ultra processed food? It's chemicals. There's nothing real about it. It is gray, dead food. Now, you're the most sophisticated computer that was ever made. So if you put garbage in, what do you think you're going to get out? You're going to get garbage out. So I have a rule. If you read the label, and I hope you get into the habit of reading the label of everything you put on or in your body, if you read the label and there are ingredients you don't know what they are or you can't pronounce, you put it back on the shelf because those are chemicals. And those chemicals aren't going to do your body, your brain, your personality, your mood any good because they don't give your body anything to work with. And beyond that, they even strip all the fiber out of the food. And I'm going to talk to you about fiber because it's unbelievably important for your body. And you're only going to get it if you eat whole, real food. Why organic? I am a huge believer in buying organic because your conventional crops and all that processed food is being sprayed with poison. Literally, there are 7 different companies in the United States spraying our crops, and they do all kinds of nasty things to your body. So you don't want to be eating food with poison on it. So you want to search out and buy the organic if you possibly can afford it. Now, how do you afford it? Because I'll have people say to me, that's impossible. I can't do that. You start with what's called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, which is put out by a group called EWG.org. That list has the 12 dirtiest fruits and vegetables on it. And if it's on that list, you only buy it organic. But then you have the rest of all the fruits and vegetables that you can make your own decision about. I found a second website called whatsonmyfood.org. And I was appalled because it lists how many poisons are in each food that we eat. And some of them kill our honeybees, no bees, no food. Some of them are neurotoxins and are destroying our brain, which is why we have so much depression and why we are getting so much dementia and Alzheimer's. Some of them are mucking around with our hormones. And one of the things I've discovered, by the way, I did go back to school to get certified to talk about all of this once I figured it out for myself so that I have credibility to share all this, but I did 10 years of research. Some of it mucks around with your hormones, and health is balance. So if you're out of balance, you can't possibly function the way your body was meant to function. So it mucks around with your sexual hormones. It mucks around with 2 hormones I didn't even know I had called ghrelin and leptin, which send a signal to your brain that tell you if you're hungry or not. I used to eat a huge Thanksgiving dinner, and then I'd be in the kitchen picking at the pumpkin pie. And I go, how could I still be hungry? I just ate that enormous meal. Well, my ghrelin and my leptin weren't working. So my brain never got the signal that I was full. So I just kept eating. And food was calling me from the kitchen every day. And when you get balance back, and you're eating real food and your leptin and your ghrelin come back into work, I'm not hungry almost ever. I have to remind myself to eat. And real food starts to taste fantastic because all that ultra processed food tampers down your taste buds because it really is very icky. It tastes icky. They cover it up both with things that smell real, act real, taste real, but they're also chemicals. And if they were all by themselves, they wouldn't taste so hot. So they damper down your taste buds so you don't know that. When you start to eat real food, it takes a couple of weeks. And frankly, that's all it takes. And all of a sudden, you eat a cucumber and go, wow, this tastes fantastic. I just started growing my own vegetables on a tower in my dining room. So I'm picking them fresh and making our own salads. And my husband and I can't get over how incredible all those greens taste and the variety in the salad. And then we add things that we do buy at the farm or at the grocery that are organic. I could be a rabbit that tastes so fantastic, but my taste buds have all come back. So you've got to give yourself the chance to pull away from that food that's not doing anything good for your body, to start eating food that is going to feed your body and that is going to give you, not only go all the way down to the mitochondrial level, which is the energy center in your cells, but also goes up to your brain and turns on all your happy hormones. It turns on your dopamine, your serotonin, your GABA, which if you have anxiety, your GABA is not working correctly. And it turns on your oxytocin, which is there in your body so that you can bond to your loved ones and bond to a baby and bond to a pet. Well, you don't have any oxytocin if you're eating that crappy food. And crappy means carbonated, refined, artificial, and processed. Stop eating crap and start eating what I call the rainbow. Now, why the rainbow? Because each color of real food has different gifts that the universe is giving us in that food. And when they get together in your body and they have a little party and they send a signal up to your brain and to all your organs that can shoot darts at cancer cells. They're amazed at what phytonutrients do. And when I started researching this, they thought there were 10,000 of them. I recently read that they think there's as many as 100,000 of them. And we haven't begun to tap into the wonder of what these naturally put in vegetables and fruits can do for our bodies. And they're not put into the fruit and vegetable for us. They're put into it for the animals and the vegetable itself. But they have incredible gifts for us that we need to tap into, because when you start to eat them and they make you feel fantastic, then it's so worth it to feel that terrific. So I mentioned fiber. Why is fiber important? All the fruits and vegetables feed your gut fiber, and what you eat, all the little gut bacteria in your gut eat. You have more gut bacteria than you have cells in your body. That kind of blew me away. And as goes your gut, goes your health. So if you're eating real food, all that fiber goes to feed your good gut bacteria. And then you have something called the vagal nerve that's in your gut that shoots out nerves to every organ in your body and shoots nerves up to your brain. It's this amazing nerve network that the phytonutrients jump onto the fiber. They go over to the vagal nerve, and the vagal nerve is the super highway to deliver that message, those phytonutrients, those really fantastic things for your body. Your vagal nerve is the super highway that delivers that to your brain and your organs by the fiber that your gut bacteria just broke down and ate. So you need the fiber. What else does the fiber do? The fiber helps your lymph system, which picks up the trash around your cells, get all that trash out of your body. And the fiber helps your liver, which is the clearinghouse for toxins, whether it's the poison sprayed on your food or whatever you ate in the ultra-processed food you did eat. That all has to go through your liver, and your liver has to get it out of your body. And it jumps on the fiber to go out of your body. So you need fiber. You need real food for a variety of reasons. And you need it so that you can be the best that you can be. So you eat good food and you create good mood. And that's the foundation of happiness. Now, happiness is a little more complicated than that. So I want to go into the other things. We are vibration. I had a hard time understanding that concept in the beginning, but we are vibration, and the higher vibrations on the vibrational chart not only are all the colors in the rainbow that you're eating, that you can feed by eating all that food, but the higher vibrations come from self-love, love, gratitude, kindness, compassion. And when you're feeding those vibrations in your body, they actually now have medical studies that show that those vibrations are also what travel up your vagal nerve to turn on all your happy hormones. So You are responsible for your mood. If you eat the right food, and I practice gratitude every morning, I go out there and look for places to practice kindness randomly because I have no idea what kind of day somebody's having. And I want to be something that's a positive impact for them, no matter what their day is. I am compassionate because I want to feed that on my vibrational scale. And the more I feed those emotions, the happier I am. And it all comes, there's a whole group of people studying the heart brain. Believe it or not, there are more brain neurons in our heart than in our brain. And so if you turn on the neurons in your brain, and when you're there, you practice self-love, and then that oozes out to love to everybody else in your life, whether it's your family, your spouse, your coworkers, your customers, your bosses, people at the grocery store, people at the library, people in the dental office. You need to be coming from a place of your heart brain, which actually throws out vibrations as much as 3 feet out of your body. And if you get into your heart space, it turns off your brain and focuses on the neurons in your heart. And your brain kind of likes the status quo. So it's going to get anxious unless you're in your heart brain. It's not going to want you to change. It's not going to want you to glow. And if you go into your heart energy and you damper that down and then practice all of those high vibrational things, it makes everybody in your life's life better. And that's what forms your happiness. And then there's one other thing I just discovered last year that I absolutely love, and I look for them every day, and they're called glimmers. A glimmer could be something simple. Could be the way the sun rises out the east out my windows. It could be my kitty coming into my lap and wrapping himself around my neck and purring. They're little brief moments that if you stop and you think about them and you sit with them and you feel the glow, they turn on all your happy hormones too. And so my husband and I all day long are running up and down the hallway sharing what glimmer we just saw or we just experienced because we don't want to miss any of them. And I was not only missing my body talking to me and telling me it didn't feel good, I was missing all the glimmers in my life, which bring me tremendous pleasure as the day goes on. So the glimmers are what make you glow from the inside out. The food makes you glow from the inside out. Gratitude, kindness, love, that all makes you glow from the inside out. And it's the glow that creates the happiness that will change your life. Now, let me ask you a question. Who do you know that would rather be around a dark, depressed, angry, guilty, icky you? Nobody. They want to be around the person that glows. So this not only changes your outlook on life, but it will change everyone around you because they're going to want to be with you. They're going to be attracted to the glow. So for God's sakes, work on your glow and find your joy and be your authentic self. I just started following a woman named Anita Majora. She died for 5 hours and came back. And her number one thing she wants to share is your real purpose on this earth is to be your authentic self. That's why you're here. That's your number one purpose. Now, my purpose is to spread all the things I'm talking to you about, but it's because I've come to a point where I am authentically me. And I'm so happy I can't help but want to share it with all of you. Our purpose is to be our authentic selves in our joy. And that's how we create our world. That's how we manifest what we want. It's all interconnected and it's all in the upper vibrations on the scale. So I see a lot of people out there who are really miserable. I want to touch as many of them with this message too. If we could change their diet and we could get them to start practicing gratitude, kindness, and love, we can create heaven here on earth, and that's our purpose. So that's the whole thing. Start eating real food. Ultra processed food is never going to give you what you need to be your happiest and your best and your most authentic self. And you deserve all the good things that life has to offer to you. So feed it to yourself. You control it. I love that thing from The Wizard of Oz. You had the power all along. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Nothing is impossible unless you think it is. So go out there and create the heaven that you're looking for and the happy life that you're looking for today.
Yes, go ahead and create the happiness and the heaven you're looking for. Yes, oh my God, this is powerful. This is awesome.
And I just learned the way to manifest, because I learned a long time ago, you can't just make a list of affirmations and have it happen. You have to put energy behind it. If you're not doing what will make it happen, then it's not going to happen. But you also, to manifest, need to feel it as if it has occurred right now. Whatever it is you want in your future, take it into your heart energy and your heart brain and feel it like it's in your life today. And that's what will attract, that vibration attracts what you're looking for into your life. Gratitude gives you more to be grateful for. Kindness causes other people to be kind to you. Feel it as it's happening to you right now and then show it. And when you say you love yourself, I have a conversation with myself in the mirror every morning and I say, Cheryl, have I told you lately that I love you? But it doesn't matter just to tell myself. I have to show myself that I love myself. And I do that with cooking, with what I feed my body, and how I live my life. So self-love also takes action. And then it oozes out to everybody else around you. So it's an action verb. Gratitude is an action verb. Don't just be grateful. Tell everybody around you why you're grateful for them. It pulls more in and it makes you a much happier, more secure, well-balanced person.
Love it, love it. Self-care, needs action. You can't just say it, you have to act. That, oh my God. And you have to eat rainbow. I always want to ask you, I know you will not have all the names of the rainbows that people need to eat, but what are the like 7 main rainbow color food that people should actually, you can know is a lot of them, but what are the 7 that people should
They
have?
actually coordinate with our 7 chakras. And by
Okay.
eating the colors of our 7 chakras, we can feed that vibration. So red is the lowest chakra, and that feeds our basic needs. So those are the red foods. It corresponds with the red chakra. So you need to be eating your red tomatoes, your red peppers. Now, some people have a problem with nightshades. So if you do, then eat other red foods. But if you don't, make sure that you're eating those foods because they will feed your feelings of stability and being grounded. Next up is orange. Those are your hormones. That's where your sexual hormones live. I don't know the name of all the phytonutrients that are there, but one of them is the orange that's in carrots that not only feeds all your sexual hormones and your other hormones, but also gives you great eyesight. It's carotene is the name of the phytonutrient. So you want to be eating all of the orange foods. Now, carrots happen to come in like 12 different colors. I just posted all the different colors that carrots come in. So yes, I want you to eat orange, but believe it or not, orange was not the original color of carrot. Orange was created in the 1600s to honor the William of Orange. Carrots always came in the other colors, and the orange color is the newest on the spectrum, and it became really popular because of Bugs Bunny cartoons. But if you find the purple carrots and you find the red carrots and you find the white carrots and the yellow carrots, eat them all, because what feeds your body health is the diversity of all the different colors coming together. So all carrots have some of the same things in them, but each color has different gifts too. Cauliflower comes in white, green, purple, orange.
Yes.
You
Mhm.
want to eat all of them. Don't just eat the white. The white's good for you. It is a family of foods that's really good for your immunity and your brain and to starve off cancer. But you want to also be eating the orange, the purple, and the green.
Mm.
Broccoli, I just saw a picture of purple broccoli because it's growing like crazy in Oregon this year because they had so much rain. So you don't want to only eat the green broccoli. You want to eat the purple broccoli too because it's going to give your body more things to celebrate in your
Yes.
body and in your brain. So I stopped at orange. Next up is yellow. Yellow is your gut. Your gut is super important. So you want to feed your body lots of yellow vegetables because your gut is the seat of your health. And there's something called leaky gut. If you're not digesting your food correctly, your gut lining is only 1 cell thick. It's thinner than tissue paper. So if you're not digesting your food down to the right side, it pushes up against your lining of your gut and rips a little hole in it. And when it rips a little hole, things go into your blood that your blood can't recognize because they weren't the right size. So your body immune system goes into hypermotion and does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's going to scream foreigner. And then your body does something interesting. It will attack you wherever you're weakest. For me, I was weak in my muscles and my joints. That's what caused my autoimmune disease because my immune system went into hyper mode because I had a leaky gut. So you heal your gut, you eat a lot of orange vegetables so your gut is happy and healthy. And then that's the seat of your health. Next up is your heart. Your heart is a green chakra. And that's where you eat all the green vegetables. They're incredibly good for your heart. And without your heart, you're not alive. You need to be feeding all good things for your heart. So the green feeds your heart and it has all kinds of phytonutrients in it that will make your heart healthy. The next one we don't get enough of. That's your throat chakra, and it is turquoise. And that comes from all the sea vegetables. So if you ever go out for sushi, that nori wrapping that's on the rice, it's incredibly good for you because it has all the vitamins and the minerals in it that your body needs to survive. And I didn't even mention the other reason to eat the rainbow is because we need all the essential nutrients that the rainbows bring to us, which are the vitamins and the minerals. Ultra-processed food puts fake vitamins and minerals into your body. And guess what? It doesn't know what to do with them. So you need the real essential nutrients that you're getting from the real rainbow so that your
Yes.
whole body can operate the way it's supposed to. And do add some sea vegetables in, but your throat is your truth. So you want to feed that vibration because that helps you be your authentic self. Then we go up and we hit the purples and the blues, the blueberries, the eggplants, all the berries. All the berries are incredibly good for you, and they all are antioxidants. They fight cancer, and they, eat berries, eat a lot of berries. They're very low in sugar. So you're not even putting your body out of whack. Your blood sugar is stable when you're eating all the berries, but eat as many blue and purple vegetables as you can because that will help you have a stable immune system, keep you cancer free. And then the top one is the white, which is spirit. And you get that from the cauliflower, from mushrooms. Mushrooms are incredibly healthy for you, but you want to connect to spirit. You want to have a healthy vibration in every energy sector in your body. Now, those are the 7 major chakras. Believe it or not, there's hundreds of chakras and energy centers in your body. And even the earth has chakras and energy centers. One of the biggest ones is right here where I live in Sedona. Sedona is a huge energy sector for the world. And there are vortexes here, both male and female. Female vortexes are where you release the past and you forgive yourself. Male vortexes are where you go to manifest the future and to think about it as if it already exists in your life. This is a very powerful area, but there are chakras all over the world. Mount Shasta in California has a major chakra, but they're everywhere. So become aware of the fact that you are vibration.
Yeah.
And you can feed that vibration from the earth, from the plants, from everything that's around you, but do it all from the higher vibrations, because that's what will bring you joy and health.
Oh my God. Molly said, this is all so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just feel like reading that
Spirit.
for you, dearest coach. Another of my ladies said, great teachings on self-love. Oh my God. I thought we were hot the last time, but you're hotter today. Seriously, I thought you were so hot those days that, like I had it all, but you were really, like how you gave us this 7, which is the rainbow. Yeah, that's a 7, but
Right.
we
They all,
know that,
isn't it interesting that they all coordinate? The chakras
yes,
coordinate with the rainbow coordinates with the foods available to us. Obviously, there is a master plan, no matter what you do or don't believe in, but take advantage of it. Because
yes.
it's there for a reason, and it feeds your body health.
There's a master plan. I like that one. I like, people want to take, take those things for granted. Imagine how those colors fit in the rainbow, fit in our lives, our connection, our happiness, and everything. I know one of the people that sent things to my husband page, he might think they are the ones that started his journey, but I'm telling you, the very first interview we did here, I played it for him. Since then, he actually makes something he calls vegetable casserole, where he put all his vegetable in one pot, mix them together, and bake them when you don't want to eat them like that.
Right.
And we so enjoy it. And like most Sundays now, he just come home after everything and like, okay, Joy, let me make you and the children something for the week, like a snack. And it's so nice.
I can actually feel it going through my body.
I'm telling you,
After I tell myself I love myself in the morning, my second question is, okay, body, how do you feel today? And then I get quiet and I listen to it, because something I've discovered is my body is incredibly smart. And if I didn't eat enough vegetables yesterday, it talks to me. It doesn't speak English, it speaks symptoms, but it will tell me that it's not happy with me. And since I am not going back to that place where I couldn't get out of bed, I listen to it. And it'll tell me, you need a great big salad with all the colors in it today, and you need to eat them raw, or you need to eat them cooked, because I can feel it going through my body. It's like energy going through my body. And that feels fantastic too. Now, I didn't mention quality protein is also incredibly important. I do eat quality protein. And what do I mean by that? I eat animals who eat what they're put on this planet to eat. A cow has 2 stomachs. He is not supposed to be eating corn. He's supposed to be eating grass. So I only eat grass-fed, grass-finished grass cows, because that's what makes him healthy. And you are not only what you eat, your gut bacteria is what you eat, but you're what your animal eats. So you need to be eating animals that are eating quality food. Lambs only eat grass, so they're easy. Bison prefer grass, but sometimes they're being fed GMO corn now too, which means it's got poison put right in it. So you need bison that eat grass. I eat pork, but I eat pastured pork, because pigs will eat anything. And you don't necessarily want some of the stuff that the 10 pigs are going to be eating. So you want pastured, and I try to buy heritage pork, because they're the old original kinds of pigs that have the best possible nutrition in them. And then I eat wild fish, because it's loaded with omega-3 oils, and every cell in our body needs omega-3s for the outside of the cell so that the lymph system can go in and pick up the trash, so that the nutrition can go into the cell and energize that mitochondria. It all fits together, and you need those omega-3 oils. And what does processed food have? None. It only has omega-6s, and most omega-6 oils are GMO, which means they either have glyphosate, which is Roundup, on them, or they have Bt toxin grown in them. And Bt toxin, when the bug bites it, it blows them up. Well, it's also blowing up all your good gut bacteria. So since the gut is the seat of your health, you don't want to be getting any GMOs in you at all. You need to be eating the organic as much as possible. What do I do in order to afford quality protein? I eat smaller amounts, and I make it up with all the quality vegetables and fruits that I'm eating. But you do need quality protein, and some of it can be fibrous. Beans are super good for you, and they add fiber to your gut so that your gut bacteria are happily fed. So there are vegan sources also that are good for you, but you need to make sure that you're getting all the variety and all of the diversity of quality food into your body so that you thrive.
Love it, love it, love it. Oh my God, I'm here. I'm just watching the ladies on Facebook and I'm wondering, are you guys picking up what our coach is putting down? Make sure you're picking this up because, hey, listening to you really, I kind of like, every time why I'm encouraging my ladies to tune into, what do I call it, speakers and people who are being true and have wisdom enough to have navigated their stress. Why I really I'm an advocate right now to say, listen to Cheryl, is that while you were speaking, I remember my husband, and where he's coming from, as I told you. And do you know, truly, because he was the one that was that vegetable those days, because he was the one that was very sick, because he was the one that wanted to move but couldn't move, he was the one that everything, he thought he was going to die. Listening to you actually made me reflect the way he want to take care of himself right now, which I haven't seen in the past, that truly is because of what you guys has been through. And why will I wait? I'm just having this aha right now, and I'm confessing to you, again, because he's still kind of like, Pastor Joy, you have to do it better.
Yeah,
I
I don't
want
want
you guys
anybody to wait until they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Don't wait for
yes,
that. I'm
don't
out there
wait.
talking because I don't want you to fall into that pit. It took me 5 years to climb out of that pit. And it wasn't just food. I had to learn how to deal with my stress. I had no cortisol left in my body. I burned it all out. I was on the border of Addison's disease. So I had to learn to breathe. And I do it every day at 10 and at 2 because it resets my parasympathetic nervous system and takes the top off my toxic stress, which being an A-type personality, I'm really hard on myself. So no, I breathe. I get that out, I get it off so that I can function, so that my cortisol does what it's supposed to. And what cortisol is supposed to do, if you run into a tiger, it helps you get away. But we're not chased by a tiger every day or every hour or every minute. And I thought it was helping me get more done in my business. It actually slowed me way down. Because now the fact that I'm breathing twice a day, or sometimes I just stand up by my desk and I bounce. I bounce for 3 minutes. The blood goes up to my brain. I get totally clear and energized, and then I can get 10 times more done. And it releases all of the stress while I do that. You need to move your body because you have endorphins, which is another one of your hormones that you want to activate because they make you happy. I have 20 pillars of health altogether, and I have a free magazine you can see my whole list in. If you go to my website, if you look under my name, Cheryl M. Health Muse, write that down, .com will take you to my first page, which will take you to my magazine. I have all the symptoms that you might be dealing with that you're not as healthy as you think you are. I missed them all. I had 34 symptoms that I was ignoring, and they're all on my list. So go through it and see if any of those are yours. like I had to have 3 cups of coffee before I could function. I was so fatigued when I got up in the morning. Now I bounce out of bed ready for anything. So all the hidden signs you're not as healthy as you think. And then my 20 pillars of health, which you're not going to adopt all at once. So don't be hard on yourself. Part of self-love is adopting them one at a time until they're part of you. Start with food because that's the foundational piece, but then start to move a little bit. Start to bounce next to your chair. Learn to breathe. And I recommend the Dr. Andrew Weil 478 breath. You can find him on YouTube. He was the first integrative doctor. He went to Harvard with the intention of never being a conventional doctor at all. His mother was a Reiki and a masseuse and a holistic practitioner. And his dream was to marry conventional medicine with all the holistic practices. So he started the School of Integrative Medicine in Arizona, which has now got practitioners all over the country. He's the one who came up with the 478 breath. I know it works because I used to live in LA, and when I went to my functional doctor, I would do it in LA traffic. Before I started doing it, I had the highest blood pressure and the worst pulse of any of her patients. When I started doing his breathing, I now have the best pulse and the best blood pressure of any of her patients. So I do it twice a day because it releases all that toxic stress and keeps me healthy. You need to get 7 hours of sleep a night. Why is it important to get that 7th hour? That 7th hour was evasive for me. I could get 6, but not 7. Well, you want to know why the 7th hour is important? It sweeps all the plaque out of your brain so that you don't get dementia. Woo, I plan on keeping my brain for the rest of my life. So I make it a point to take an Epsom salt and lavender bath before I go to bed to relax me so that I can get through 7 hours of sleep and wake up energized and brain free with no brain fog so that I can function. And I plan on keeping this brain all the way to the end. So I'm going to do whatever I can do by eating the rainbow, eating the right phytonutrients, feeding my right hormones, and getting enough sleep. But there's 20 different things. They're not brain science. They're things that you need to adopt in your life so that you live your best life as your best you. Do them one at a time until each one of them just becomes second nature.
Ooh, ladies, did you hear that? 7 hours sleep. I can really, even in my age right now, I can really agree with you. When I don't get that 7 hours sleep, I shut down faster than when I get the whole 7 hours. Yeah. Whatever break that sleep for me, in between those hours, just so many times mess up my next day. Yeah. So
and the other thing I should tell you that causes dementia and Alzheimer's is sugar.
Okay.
Ultra-processed food is loaded with sugar. And Alzheimer's is now being called diabetes type 3 because it's sugar that is destroying our cognizance. So it's an addiction. They built it in. They don't want you to get, when you open up a package of cookies, they want you to eat the whole thing. It's an addiction. And you're probably not just going to eat the one package of cookies. You're going to go to the store and buy a second package of cookies, and you're going to eat that because you're going to want more. Break the addiction. I actually teach a class that will help you break the addiction to sugar and chemicals and ultra-processed food because I like having food freedom. I don't want food calling me from my pantry or my kitchen. I want to be able to control what I put in my body so that I'm only giving it the best.
As usual, thank you so much, Coach. I'm so blessed. I was asking myself, I need to go watch the video where they do the 4, 7, and 8 breathing.
Yeah. And he actually has several videos up so you can watch him in several different settings, but the routine is always the same. And it only takes 4 minutes to do 3 rounds.
Okay.
So 3 minutes to do 4 rounds. I think I got that backwards. To do that twice a day doesn't take up very much of your day. Certainly won't slow you down, but it will
Yes.
speed you up because the stress is gone so that you're clear-minded and you're functioning at your best.
Yes. Yes. And Molly said, I definitely needed these reminders about eating the rainbow. Can you hear me?
And I
Did
have
you?
one other thing I want to share with you. This weird little tool is called a belly button wand.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I
A
can see
belly
it.
button wand, you put in your belly button and you jiggle it. The theory is we were born through our belly button, so all our meridians go to our belly button. And by jiggling this wand in our belly button, it activates that same vagal nerve that's in our gut that then delivers a message to all our organs and to our brain to release the stress and reset what's called our reptile brain, our parasympathetic nervous system. So this is another tool that I use to release the stress. My husband and I use it on each other sometimes at night. It has a little belly buddy on the end of it. It's a little rubber tip, so it doesn't hurt to put it in your belly button. But they have an actual study where burn victims went to 2 different hospitals in LA, and one group of burn victims were given a belly button wand and the others weren't. The ones that had the belly button wand healed from 3rd-degree burns. The other group did not. It activates your entire network of your vagal nerve and your meridians so that you create health throughout your body. You can use your finger. You don't necessarily have to buy the wand. You can use your finger, but what you want to be doing is having a healthy, active vagal nerve because it delivers the message of happiness and health everywhere.
And how do you do it? You press it in?
You put it right in your belly button, and then you can actually put it in different, like I had a very fatty liver when I got sick. So I used to face it towards my liver when I did it and then do it just up and down. But you can face it towards different organs to help heal that organ. But the key is to get it in your belly button and just vibrate it. Vibration.
Vibration. Okay, good.
And that activates your vagal nerve to deliver the happy, healthy message everywhere you go.
Love it, love it. I do it once a day, twice a day. How many times a day you do it?
I either do the breathing or I do the wand. So twice a day I make sure, or if I'm feeling stressed, let's say something went haywire with my computer. I have very little patience for technology. My husband's a techie, thank God I was blessed with him. But when I get stressed out because I can't get something done, I might pick up the wand to get that off my shoulder, off the back of my head, so that I release all that stress because I know it doesn't do me any good.
Even practicing it right now, I feel like some stress are going away. Believe me, even with my hand, I don't even have the wand yet.
Right, right. It helps.
Oh my God.
And the other side of this, you can actually get rid of, I get a lot of tension in the back of my neck and in my shoulders, so I can release it by just hitting myself with this, and that lets the muscle relax.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. And we can get that from Amazon?
You can buy it from Amazon, but I recommend that you go to a place called Body and Brain because they're the ones who created it, and they have videos and doctor testimonials and all kinds of things on their website, so that you, if nothing else, go there to get the information, and then you can buy it wherever you want.
Sure, Body and Brain. Ladies, bodyandbrain.com. So trust me, just doing it with my hand like this, something happening. I don't know what is happening. You know, that's me. I like to try a thing, but something happening, and we all wanted to live healthy. 2024 has been a different year for me, and having my top experts, the wisdom of the women, just giving to this community is like a dream come true. Coach Cheryl, I just so bless God for you, your life, your vision,
You
your
put out all the
mission.
positive vibrations, and so all of us are also attracted to you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. I love that. You guys have been blessing me the whole entire 2 days. And I'm so happy that we can do this. Mola said again, she said, oh, wow, I've never seen it should be heard of a belly button one before. So cool. Yes,
It was
Molly, we got it.
developed by a Tao master, and it was because we were doing yoga with him, Tao yoga with him in California, that we came to Arizona. That's why we relocated here. There's a 150-acre reserve here that my husband's gotten very involved with because he's on this health journey with me. When I got sick, I was with a man who refused to change, who refused to eat differently. And so we broke up. And I went looking for someone who would go on a get well journey with me because I knew if I didn't change, I wouldn't get well. And John joined me, and 9 years ago, I married him because he cooks with me. He's 100. We are on different parallel paths. We learn from different resources, and then we get together at night and we share. But we are both feeling, he's 78 and he feels better than he did in his 50s.
And something just touched me. Coach Cheryl, my last baby, right, have ability to know a lot of things that we always wonder, how did she learn it? Who is she talking to? She know news that even my husband is a news person, reads a lot and very intelligent, but how old is she now? 9 years old, have a way that she behave, but why am I telling you that? She was that child that played. I just got her out of playing with her navel the other day, vibrating it and doing all manner of things with her navel. And thinking about how I feel by just shaking that, my whole body feel hot. I feel like something just happened to me.
It does change your body temperature.
Yeah, my whole body feel hot, like a new heat came in to me, and I'm alive again. And I love it. I'm telling you guys,
And
this
she's
is real.
obviously also very intuitive.
This is real.
Come with more intuition than others. Everyone can have it, but she
Yes.
obviously was born with a connection to it.
Yeah, she loves to do that, shake, vibrate her never, and she's so like, my husband always say, look out for her. She's just like this, like I always call her, you too know, just leave me. Like you know too much more than sometimes she scare me. When you want to ask her something, she says something like way ahead of me, way ahead of the father. I don't even to compare with my husband's wisdom is too much for him. But my daughter challenges him and the things he knows, and she's only 9, but she's the one that vibrates her neighbor like those days, 24 hours.
That connects to all of her vibrations.
Oh my
by doing
God.
that balances all of her chakras and then balances up to the universe, because that goes at the top of our head. And our lowest chakra goes down and roots in the earth.
This is serious. This is mastermind. You just did a mastermind with us today. So ladies, go get even if you can't get access to it, use your hands. I'm feeling that heat. Try and practice it till you get the system. If you can't get it, bodyandbrand.com for all of us in the stateside. And those are not in the stateside, Amazon might have it.
And Amazon sells different shape ones. Don't buy those.
Yeah.
This is the one you want, because this is the one that's easy to hold and easy to use. It comes in a travel size, but don't buy that. There's a little tiny gizmo. Somebody wanted to get in on the money, I think, but it doesn't work. So this is the one that you want. You want the Tao Master.
Bodyandbrand.com. So don't forget that. And it'd be nice. Oh my God, as always, what can I say? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I invite everybody to follow me on Facebook. I have a very robust page. And I'm getting a lot of positive community comments. And I talk all 20 pillars of health. I talk every day. I talk about glimmers. I talk about gratitude. I talk about kindness. I talk about self-love. And I talk about food, because that's so important. So join me every day, because I'll give you that shot in the arm for you to go adopt my healthy habits, because that's my goal.
Yes. And whenever you think about it, always remember her at 75. That's what we want to leave you with. She is living what she proved, what she's teaching. She's a living proof of her teachings, her research, her knowledge, her wisdom, her understanding. She's it all. So when you look at her, look at how she's glowing. Come, ladies, comment. Let me see. Just tell me. Look at my coach, how she glowing. And don't you want to be like her at 75? I want to be like her at 75, Lord.
Yeah, I don't plan to get old. I plan to age. I'm going to age, but I'm not going to grow old. And
But
it's
she's not
partly,
gonna grow.
my mother used to swear I went backwards every year and that my real age was somewhere around 13. So that's part of it, because the authentic me is filled with silliness and fun and joy. And so that also keeps me young. But all the
Yes.
healthy habits are keeping me young too.
Yes, yes. So hey, adopt her habit and let's go. Remember to go for the 21 pillars for your healthy living and
Go
also
to
the
the magazine. There are 3
yeah,
articles on toxins. People want to
yes.
know how to detox their liver. Get rid of the toxins first, because if you're overloading your liver, it doesn't matter what you do to your liver. It can't keep up with all the toxins in our environment and in our food. So read the 3 articles on toxins. There's an article about community. Surround yourself with other people who want to adopt healthy habits. In the beginning, all of our friends didn't, they thought we were nuts. And then they come for dinner and they go, "Woo, this food is good. This is healthy." And pretty soon they all move towards us. So our whole community now is working on their health. There is a woman who had 2 botched back surgeries who tells her story, who ended up coming here to Sedona to the Tao retreat and learned the whole body and brain raise her vibration to control her pain. And she said her life began with that second operation that was botched. It didn't end then. She's now in such a good place because she learned the whole mind body holistic approach to health. So my naturopath wrote an article, my functional doctor wrote an article, and I explained to you, what is a health coach? What is it that I do that's different from all the other people out there? Somebody said to me, "Why should I believe you?" I said, "I'd start with it that I couldn't get out of bed and look at me today. That's a good reason to believe me right there. But you don't have to believe me. Try it for a month. You will feel a difference in 30 days. You won't be completely healed. You didn't get sick in 30 days. You had a whole lifetime that put you here, but try it for 30 days because you'll feel enough of a difference that you want to keep going."
Love it. And imagine how my next guest is your namesake. You won't believe. My next guest is Cheryl also with the same spelling. And I'm like, oh my God, it must be my season. So ladies, as you know, the hour, I wish this hour had like continued because there's just so much to share. And that is why on our next conference, which we're looking at, we're still gonna have our coach back here because every hour she can give us is like a whole year of what to do right. Once she's available, let me put that there because you know, you guys like, hey, she's not here. Once she's available, when we want to do it, she is still gonna be here because you know she has told me I love to be here with you and it's always a pleasure. My husband love you, like love listening to you. Like, oh my God, Joy, now your coach is on fire. And everything you said, he took note and everything. And even this one, I'm gonna play it for him because he's that guy that died and came back. And
Yeah.
talking to you today, I see the reason why he's really into health journey. Like, I can't wait to get you guys to change your food here as a completely go on this, you know, greens, go on these rainbow colors and just live, you know, healthy because I've been there. You remember I almost died. That's all I hear talking to you today.
Right.
He haven't come out and say it exactly like that. Listening to you today, it just dawned on me that what my husband is saying is, Joy, I've been there. I died, I came back, and I don't want you guys go through what I went through.
And I
So I'm
want
going
you to want to eat healthy, not
yeah,
have to eat healthy. Change your mindset.
yes,
Because if you want
yes.
to eat healthy and you feel the difference, then it becomes a lifetime habit.
Yes, trust me, and that is just him. He want to eat healthy, he want to be healthy. Everything he's doing is he want to. And that's where he want everyone in his life. Even when he carries some people in his vehicle, he telling them about health. You have to eat healthy. You have to really want to live. That was what he did. When he came up August 2022, he said, Joy, I'm going on a journey and this time I'm living. Number one, I'm going to watch everything that enters into this mouth and I'm going to be my own doctor. So whenever they see his report right now, they're like, what did you do? What did you do? He's been his daughter since August. You have to, even that made me to tell somebody here, you really have to step up and be the daughter of your life. And that is what our coach is saying.
And self-love is part of what you feed your body. If you love yourself enough, it's not a problem to cook. It's not a problem to get real food and make it and eat it. That's how you're showing yourself how much you love you.
Yes, believe me, I 100%. I'm with you, like 100%. So anyway, and then I'm kind of sad.
Did I go over? I apologize
more.
if I went over.
That's okay. Yeah, you're not over. It's perfect. I want more. I'm telling you, I want more. I know my ladies want more too. So for everyone who have stand by and those who are going to watch later, we really want to thank you for being part of our next summit. And looking forward to see, you know, awesome, amazing people rise within this community and just do the right thing, you know, eat the right thing, live the right way. Yeah, live the right way. So with that, I'm just going to let our coach say bye-bye to everyone.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you all. I want you to feel as good as I do.
You gave us the last word without me asking, so let me write it.